We are at Rich Hill today, and I am attending an outing with the LDMA and the GPAA at Stanton Camp, and I'm doing a seminar there today. So we're out hunting this morning a little bit before I have to do my seminar. And Rich Hill is an interesting area. This is Rich Hill right over here. Okay, one in the foreground there. That's Lion Peak back in the background here. And in this area back in 1863 or thereabouts, the Weaver Party was in here. And they, little creature over there, Bruno. Anyway, the Weaver Party was here, and they lost a couple of their mules while they were prospecting below Rich Hill. And they sent a guy to find them, and he went up on top of Rich Hill here to get a view and try to see the mules with his binoculars. What he found when he got up there was nuggets the size of potatoes just laying on top of this hill. And I don't know how much money it was that they amassed before they went to town, but it was a bunch, my friends. And they basically got all they could possibly carry and headed back into town. And within a very short time, there was 12,000 people living in there and digging the gold. And Stanton, which is where we are, going to do the seminar today. That's a few miles off to that direction. But in Stanton, a guy by the name of Charlie Stanton founded the town. And it used to be Antelope Creek or Antelope Crossing or something like that. And it was a stage stop for the Butterfield line. And then it became Stanton when Charles Stanton became the founder of the town, or however it came about. And he had a shaded past. He was notorious for stealing claims from people and actually having people killed to get their claims when they got a good one. Wasn't a very nice feller. And as a result, they say there's a bunch of ghosts that live in Stanton. And I'll take you guys into Stanton a little bit later and show you the buildings. Most of the ghost town's still there. It's pretty cool. But all this area around here has been worked. We're on a club claim today. And Tammy's already gone. You can see her over there, that nice pink glow back in there is her shirt. But we're going to hunt these gravels in between all these boulders in here. The boulders are granite, and Rich Hill is granite. And the gold came out of seams and dikes from long ago. But you see all this area has been dry washed. I always tell you to look for those dry wash tailings. Well, there you go, folks. We got some right here. We got some more over here, and all the way down this hillside. And again, you're going to find them up the hill in between these granite boulders where they could work. Some of these boulders are just too darn big to work around. But I guess we'll get back with you if we get a target or two in here. Should be a fun day. Yep. I really enjoy it out here. Over the years, I found a lot of gold in this area, my friends. And like anywhere else, it's getting real tough these days. These areas have been hunted so hard and for so long now, 20 plus years with metal detectors, and they're getting hammered pretty good. There's still gold here to be found for those that are patient enough to look for it. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I'll get back to you. Not going to get in much detecting time today because I've got to get back and do the seminar and help other people. Big part of what I do. I donate my time to do these things. It's just a lot of fun for me. So this Tammy and I are going to have a little snack and do a little more riding around maybe, and go over to Stanton, show you some of Stanton Camp and whatnot. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a little time to actually do some hunting. I don't know. It was fun to stop for a few minutes and hunt this hill. Nothing but lead and other garbage. But here's what it is. Tammy's over there right now working on a target in an old tailings pile. And after she digs that one, I think we're gonna head back over to Stanton. hang out there for a little bit and look at some of the history and some of the buildings and just relax before I got to do my seminar. All right, we stopped here at the Dynamite Shack, and that little shack's called that because that's what it was for. Back in the day, they'd store their dynamite away from where they lived and were working for obvious reasons. And look at these granite boulders. It's just an amazing area here. And Stanton's right over that way up the road. This is the backside of Rich Hill. Look at that. This granite, as it decomposes, forms these roundish rocks that look like they've been piled up by giants. It's just so cool. You look up that thing and for some reason there wasn't a lot of gold on this side. Most of it was down the face on the other side and over the top of this and a ways up the wash on the other side. And then you get into Rich Hill, where it was called the Devil's Nest Mine, and there's huge patches of nuggets found over there. This is where we are today, folks. This is an amazing, cool area. And I really like exploring these old spots. And I think some people actually lived in this old Dynamite Shack for a while. After the old timers were gone. And that big old bumblebee. Woo. Yeah, that's a big one. Big old black bumble. And back in here, somebody had an outhouse. A lot of snakes up on the sides of these granite areas. There's our bumblebee. Yeah. And there's all kinds of bugs buzzing here because we got some flowers. We got the honeybees are in here working it. All right, we're going to go on up to Stanton Camp and show you some of that. Maybe we'll try to get some prospecting in tomorrow. Today we're having more fun just driving around sightseeing a little bit before I have to do my seminar. So I'm going to get back over here to the buggy. And we're going to take off back down to Stanton. That mountain off in the distance there is Vulture Peak. That's right over by Wickenburg. And we've taken you back in there before. But this is the Dynamite Shack. And it was well built. And kept locked. So if something happened, or static electricity, or who knows what, if it blew up, nobody'd be hurt. Better to be safe than sorry. Look at the construction on that. This is really neat. But there's no shortage of good building rocks around here. Then of course you got people who got to come throw their garbage in here. I just don't get it. I just can't wrap my brain around that sort of thing. Yeah, it's pretty simple inside. You see where somebody did some work on it, and they're actually staying in here. You got a little bug killer up there. This thing's pretty stout. Yep. Pretty stout. All right, we're out of here.